Hello, CIT 336. This is Caitlin Morgan with enhancement number 3. We're going to go ahead and get started and go through it. You can see in my bar up here, so we are on our index.php, which takes you to our home page. It's rendering properly. I did have a little bit of trouble with the CSS when I turned my account into a link. My logo moved, and I've been kind of struggling with that. But other than that, it did render, and my navigation is dynamic, which I'm really excited about. After a lot of time and frustration, we figured out why I was having problems, and it is now working properly. So when you click my account, you get my login page. The hours that I went through to figure out the PHP side of this, I think, show more in my lack of styling. I spent so many hours on the PHP side that I kind of ran out of time to get into the CSS. But this is what I have. It does work. And I do have my button down here, which it was red, and now it is not. But if that goes, it takes you to the registration. So I did validate my HTML, and I am not getting perfect validations, but the only thing that's coming up as errors and warnings is it's saying I have a duplicate ID for my navigation. My navigation is pulled in through the database, and it's not actually something that I coded. I deleted my original navigation. So I cannot figure out how to fix this. That is literally the only error that I'm getting, is that I'm using ID navigation more than once, and I recognize you can't do that. You're supposed to use a class if you're going to use the same name. But I cannot change this because my code is, I mean, I didn't technically write the navigation. It's being pulled in, and as I see the code here, this is not in my NetBeans to change. So that's really frustrating. This is the validation for the registration page. And then here is my validator for the login page. And the only errors and warnings that I'm getting are the exact same problem with my navigation. So I think that's something that we need to go over and figure out where that's coming from, because it's not in my actual code that I've written, not that I can see, but everything else looks good. And here is my CSS validation. So that one does validate perfectly.